What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football. We are going to be taking a look back at this past year's draft, and we are going to do a redraft. We're going to see what players would stick at the picks that they were at, what players would take place of those players, with the knowledge that we know now with halfway through the season.
This was pretty tricky, in my opinion. There's a lot of great talent that came out of this year's class. There's some guys on here, though, that got drafted in the first round that if you have told me before the season started that they're not first-rounders or not top 10 picks or whatever it may be, I would be pretty surprised. So this was fun to do. This was pretty interesting. I'm excited to go over this.
Yeah, I don't want fans to be mad about some players that we kind of left out of this. There were some players
Or even drafted later than what they would have liked.
Players that you were specifically just talking about that before the draft we were like, there's no way that these guys are not going to be at this pick.
Yeah.
But it's been, again, like you said, it was fun to do, look back at, and we're going to show you guys what our redrafted 2025 draft would look like. Starting at number 1 overall, do you want to take things over?
We're starting off with the Tennessee Titans. They took Cam Ward first overall. We're sticking with Cam Ward here. We had discussions about it possibly being Jackson Dart. I could see the arguments for it. I think we're going to stick with Cam Ward here. He's shown a lot of flashes, and he stayed healthy. I think that should come into account as well. Jackson Dart, although he has looked good, he has also been playing reckless. I think we play it safe here and stick with Cam Ward for the first overall pick.
Yeah, like you said, we had gone back and forth, Dart or Ward. I don't really think you can go wrong with either of them. Like, they're both probably going to be pretty good quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah. We just feel like Cam Ward still has the most potential probably out of both of those two guys and has shown some flashes that he could be a franchise guy.
And that's all, not even just in rookies, like especially quarterbacks. I don't need, and I'm just saying it because I'm a fan, I don't need like a Jaden Daniels type of year kind of thing. Like, just show me flashes. Show me there's something we could build off of.
Yeah.
And I think Cam Ward has done exactly that.
For sure. Moving on to number 2, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars. They picked Travis Hunter. We're going to be changing that pick. It is now going to be Emeka Egbuka. Emeka Egbuka is on pace to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. Has really broken out as their star receiver. Bucs have had a ton of injuries. Jaguars really are looking for another receiver besides BTJ, who has had a down year. Emeka and BTJ could be a threat for years and years and years if that was the pairing. Yeah. I love what he's done for them this year. I think he'd fit very well in that offense. I think that's an easy pick. I'm not going to lie.
No, I agree with you. Obviously, this is a consensus, but everything you said was accurate. Like, he is on pace to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. I had very high expectations for him before the year started, and he has absolutely excelled those expectations. I think without a doubt he would go number 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
Going on to number 3, we have the Giants. They originally took Abdul Carter, but we're going to give them the quarterback they ended up choosing later in the first round. We are giving the Giants Jackson Dart. Like we said when we were talking about Tennessee, Jackson Dart has showed a lot of flashes. There's parts of his game that you wish not to see, turnovers being one, just being reckless with the ball, even with his own body at times. You really want him to limit that. But like I said earlier, like, what I want from my rookies, especially my quarterbacks, just show me there's stuff you could build from.
Yeah.
And I think Jackson Dart has showed more than that you could build with the talent he has.
Now, were you going to say
No,
that?
No.
Now, would the Giants still want Abdul Carter? Yes, 100%.
Absolutely.
But with how good Jackson Dart has been, he's not making it to your next pick at 25, so you have to make that pick here.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 4 is the New England Patriots. They took Will Campbell. We're sticking with Will Campbell. In my opinion, has been the best offensive tackle of the rookie class so far. He's been consistent. His only bad game has been against the best player in the NFL on defense, and Myles Garrett, who I know had 5 sacks in that game. I don't think all 5 of them were lined up against Will Campbell, but besides that game, he's been a lockdown tackle, great athlete, really kind of catapulted the Patriots forward this year with being able to sustain a good passing or a pass block game, run block game. That's really what they were missing for these past couple of years where they've had nothing going. It's just been really good to have that cornerstone on that offensive line, and I don't think they would change it right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. We were stuck between three offensive tackles here, all three going in the top 10. Little sneak peek there. But yeah, Will Campbell has been an absolute anchor on that offensive line. He has been an instrumental part of that turnaround that the Patriots have made this season. I think this is a solid pick here.
Yeah.
Number 5, we have the Browns. They originally took Mason Graham. We're going to stick to the D-line here, and we have them stealing Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter is up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, deservedly so. He has been as advertised. Freak athlete, can rush the edge, good in coverage. I don't know if they still have, but I know week 1 against Washington, they had him playing like special teams.
Yeah.
That just shows the kind of athleticism he brings to the table. I think this is an absolute steal for the Browns at 5.
Absolutely. As good as Mason Graham's been, you're not passing up on a guy like Abdul Carter with this pick. He is a potential game-wrecking player. Yeah. Again, he's played 9 games in the NFL. Ton of potential there to be seen. You can't pass on a guy like that. Moving on to number 6, the Vegas Raiders took Ashton Jeanty. We're going to have them change that pick. It's going to be Jahad Campbell. He originally went 32 overall to the Raiders, or to the Eagles in the first round.
31.
30,
30
32.
or 31?
30,
31.
31.
Because they traded.
31. He went 31 to the Eagles originally. Moving up 25 spots, he has definitely been the best linebacker in this class, if not the best defender overall in this class outside of maybe Abdul Carter.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that even that's a conversation. Jahad Campbell is just a field general when it comes to playing the linebacker position, and it really, really would help that Raiders team, who really needs anything at this point. They could legitimately upgrade any position on that team. Jahad Campbell has just been our pick for this. We had a couple people in mind for this one. We just kind of fell on Jahad Campbell because we think overall he could become the quarterback of that defense and really solidify a cornerstone of that defense for years to come.
I don't know if we said this part on camera or if this was just a conversation between you and me. We were talking about how scouts and GMs and executives look too much into certain injuries. This was absolutely one of them. You and me both said throughout the draft process last year that Jahad Campbell is special.
Yeah.
And he brings so much to the table. And GMs and executives overlooked all of that because of some minor, I don't know if it was minor or not. Apparently it wasn't.
It was his shoulder,
they
right?
were willing to let him fall all the way to 32. But of course, just let Howie Roseman do dark magic and have a curse on all these teams.
For all we know, he's the one that put out the injury report.
It's just so frustrating being a rival of the Eagles and Howie Roseman because they get away with this stuff every year. Jahad Campbell, like everything you said, up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, has been an absolute baller at the linebacker position. He's one of those players, when you watch him play, he's one of those like sustainable talents where it's like he could be like this and progress every single year of his career until he's in his 30s. Like, he's a special talent. We have him going here at 6. At 7, we have the Jets. They originally took Armand Membu, and we have them sticking with that pick here. A lot like Will Campbell, an absolute rock in that unit, has really solidified his side of the line. He's been a great addition to that team, on a team that really doesn't have much going for them. You could count on Armand Membu being that light on that team. So we're going to stick with him here at 7.
Yeah, there were a couple other guys we were in contention for at this pick, specifically offensive linemen. Again, kind of like we talked about, the Pats don't really want to mess up what they have. Like, I don't think they would change things right now if they had to go back and redo it. And obviously we didn't either. So we're going to stick with Membu there. The Panthers at 8, they picked Teteroa McMillan. We're going to have him sticking with Teteroa McMillan. He hasn't been an all-star so far to start out his career. He's been a very solid receiver as a wide receiver one, been able to make contested catches, been able to run good routes. He's been a good weapon for what Bryce Young has needed in these past couple years. There weren't really any other options, at least offensive-wise, to switch this pick. Maybe you could throw in Tyler Warren. I don't know if they would prefer tight end over receiver, though, especially because Tet has had a good year. And I'm not saying Tyler Warren hasn't, but if you can get that number one receiver, you're going to get that number one receiver, and that's what it looks like they have in Tet.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tet has been very good this year. He has been that rock that Bryson has desperately needed in his early part of his careers, and now he finally has it. I think Tet, kind of like Jahad Campbell, the way he's playing his game, you can see that there's a lot of room for progression and that he's making those progressions every week, and I expect that year in and year out with him. So I think this is a good pick for Carolina.
For sure.
At number 9, we have the Saints. Their original pick was Kelvin Banks, and we were stick with Kelvin Banks. Kelvin Banks, Will Campbell, Armand Membu, all 3 hits for their teams. In my personal opinion, I think you could interchange them. I think all 3 of them have been great.
By the way, both of us huge fans of all 3 of them throughout the whole draft process.
Like these have been 3 very great picks, 3 guys that throughout the draft process we have said are going to be absolute studs for their teams, and that's exactly what's happened. They have been absolute stars for their teams. I think the Saints made the right pick here, picking Kelvin Banks, and we're keeping with that.
Yeah, similarly to how we were talking about the Raiders, we were maybe considering giving them a different player just because they could pretty much upgrade any position on that team right now. But we ultimately decided to stick with Kelvin Banks because of the way he has played this year. He's just been a rock-solid tackle and probably will be for a lot of years to come. Yeah. Moving on number 10, we had the Bears. They picked Colston Loveland. We are going to be switching that pick to Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren has been the best tight end, potentially best offensive rookie so far this year. He is just a stud. He's a guy that your quarterback knows that is going to be reliable. He can block. He can catch. He can do it all at tight end. He is the modern-day tight end, exactly what you want from a guy at that position. Excuse me. This would be a home run pick. Not to say Loveland isn't good. I just don't think they've utilized him enough. And I think they're still just trying to figure out like what type of role they want him to play because they still have a Cole Kmet. You bring in a Tyler Warren, though, Cole Kmet move over. Tyler Warren takes over that role, and I think the offense is even more explosive than it has been this past couple weeks.
Tyler Warren was my tight end 1 throughout the draft process. And when the Bears took Loveland, I was kind of confused about it just because I thought it was a pretty foregone conclusion that it was the consensus that Tyler Warren was the number 1 tight end. And he has absolutely shown that this year. He's definitely overexceeded my personal expectations. He has been an absolute baller. If it wasn't for Emeka Egbuka, I'd probably have Tyler Warren as Rookie of the Year. What else can I say about him? He's absolutely balled out. This would be the perfect pick for the Bears. At number 11, we have the 49ers. Their original pick was Michael Williams. He's dealt with some injuries, started off a little slow, so we will be changing that pick to Mason Graham, who was originally the 5th overall pick, falls all the way to 11. I think this is a great pick for the 49ers. You still address that defensive line. And Mason Graham has been a wreck of havoc. I don't know if that's the right term. He's been a havoc. He's been a wreck. He's caused chaos. That's exactly what
Wrecking
you want.
havoc.
Yes. That's exactly what you want from your interior defensive lineman. This is a perfect pick for the 49ers.
Yeah, they are very, I wouldn't say weak in their interior defensive line, but they could definitely use some beef, and Mason Graham definitely solves that problem. Moving on to number 12, it's the Dallas Cowboys. They originally picked Tyler Booker, and I'm not opposed to keeping Tyler Booker at this pick. I know you're not opposed to keeping Tyler Booker at this pick. Very good. But when you have a guy that was the number 2 overall pick fall all the way to 12 with all the potential in the world at both sides of the ball, they're going to take the swing, and especially in the team of the Cowboys, they're going to take Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter right now is dealing with an injury. Had a kind of slow start to the season. The team couldn't really figure out which side of the ball they wanted to play him on. Some games he would play predominantly offense. Some games he would predominantly play defense. He's a corner. It's as simple as that. Put him at corner. He's great at corner.
Don't mean to cut you off. Well, I said throughout the whole draft process, he's a better corner than receiver.
Yeah.
Continue.
But the Cowboys, they utilize that in a position that they need. They need another corner. Travis Hunter fills right in as the adopted Deion's son, and he is now filling his father's legacy as a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, you can only allow him to slide so far. Yes, the production isn't what you were hoping for, but the potential is too high to allow it to fall any further than that. And Jerry Jones is go Jerry Jones. You want the headlines, you want the spotlight, you get it with Travis Hunter.
I'll be honest with you, draft night, though, if Travis Hunter goes past the Jaguars after that trade up that they made, it'd be hard for me to say that any of those other teams would not have taken him.
I completely agree with you before the draft, for sure.
That's kind of why we were like 12.
Yeah,
he's not falling
I would
past
say
12.
12 is like, okay, we got to do something here for sure. 13 is the Dolphins. They originally took Kenneth Grant. We're going to go with Deion Walker here. I'll let you do majority of the talking since this is your guy. But I would just like to say I wasn't the biggest Kenneth Grant fan. I did not agree with the pick when it happened. It's a pleasant surprise to see Deion Walker, who was a second-round pick, correct? Fourth
round pick.
See a fourth-round pick slide all the way to be a top 15 pick. That's always cool to see. But I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, Deion Walker has pleasantly surprised every Bills fan. There was a lot of intrigue coming in, being as big of a guy as he was and being as dominant as he was in 2023. His 24 season wasn't great. It was mainly because of his back issues. And when you're that big of a player and you have back issues, it's really scary talking about injuries for a guy that big with back problems. But those haven't popped up at all, knock on wood. Hopefully he stays healthy. And when he is healthy, he is as dominant of a run defender that there is. A guy at that size that can move the way that he does, he's a rare talent. And nothing against Kenneth Grant. Deion Walker is just, he has the NFL body.
He's better.
He's better. Yeah.
He's better.
He's just a better player, and he's played a lot better. Yeah. So he's definitely the pick here, in my opinion. Moving on to number 14. Did you want to add anything else to that?
No, perfectly said.
Moving on to number 14, it's the Indianapolis Colts. They picked Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren's gone already, though. He went earlier to the Bears, and I would say there's a couple tight ends that I would throw in here that could potentially be the pick, but there's a guy on the defensive side of the ball that has had a better season than those tight ends that we're talking about, in Carson Schwarzenegger, at a position that they need pretty badly at linebacker. They still have Zaire Franklin, but they don't really have anybody outside of him that is playing to the level that they need that defense to be playing. As Schwarzenegger has been great. He's an athletic guy, can go up against tight ends in the pass game, can play the run pretty well. He's just been a really good player for them this year, and I think the Colts could really benefit from a guy like Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I remember throughout the draft process, Schwarzenegger was highly linked to Washington, and I honestly didn't want any part of it. I would love for him.
Was there a reason why?
I think mainly because I just really wanted to focus on specifically edge. Like, that was my whole thing. Like,
and then you guys took a tackle.
Yeah, I mean, and you know my reaction to that. I love Josh Conley, but I'm gonna stick to it. I think we desperately needed edge. Obviously, I think that would have been the right pick. Obviously, Adam Peters wasn't in love with anyone that was available. I strictly wanted edge, but the way this season has gone for my team, I would love a Carson Schwarzenegger. Really good in coverage, secure tackler, always where the ball is at. He upgrades any defense. So this is a great pick here for the Colts. Number 15, we have the Falcons, who took Jalen Walker. I am a huge Jalen Walker fan. However, we're going to switch it up because there are better options available. We're going to go with Donovan Ezeraku. I'm kind of putting myself out there. Another guy I wasn't particularly high on, but Donovan Ezeraku has definitely changed my mind. He has been a very good player for Dallas. One of the few bright spots on that defense. Always bringing pressure, collapsing pockets, good in the run game as well.
I was going to say.
He's been a very solid player, so kudos for him. We have him going 15th to the Falcons.
Coming out, Ezeraku's biggest issue, for me at least, was would he be able to set an edge at the NFL level? Thought he was a little bit of a smaller body. Yeah. Always thought he'd be able to pass rush. Just didn't love his ability to be able to set an edge, and he has been able to do it to an degree to make him be able to be a playable starter in the NFL. Yeah. On top of the fact that he's a really good pass rusher, I think this is a great pick for the Falcons. They got James Pierce later in this draft. Ezeraku's been slightly better, I would say. They're very close, but in the end of the day, we both decided Ezeraku is the better pick for them at this point in the season.
Yeah.
Moving on to 16, the Cardinals selected Walter Nolan. We're going to be keeping that pick the same. Now, this one comes with a caveat. Walter Nolan has played one game in the NFL, and it has been against the Dallas Cowboys, who has had a great offensive line all season for the majority of the parts. He was a absolute monster in that one game that he played. Create multiple pressures, had a sack, if not two, I believe, had multiple TFLs. It looks like that they have a stud in Walter Nolan on a team that's had a down year. So I don't think they want to change any of that, especially after the one-game sample size. That's the only problem, is that it is a one-game sample size, so you can hope that he keeps that going.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is a small sample size, but in that small sample size, he's been absolutely dominant, so I don't see a reason to change that pick here. At 17, we have the Bengals. They originally took Shamar Stewart. We have them keeping that position, but a different player. We're going with James Pierce. James Pierce is one of those guys that has shown the potential and has shown flashes. Again, with me, and I feel like a lot of GMs and executives, just show me flashes as a rookie. Just show me you have that potential to be special. And I think James Pierce has showed that. So we have him going 17 to the Bengals.
Just like a couple times with you saying that one's on me, this one's on me. I was a Shamar Stewart guy coming out, did not like James Pierce at all. And now the fact that we're switching both those players for those two people,
it warms
look
my
at me.
heart.
I know, because you were a
I
big
was
James,
a James
Pierce guy,
and I
was
did
a
not like
Shamar
Shamar
guy.
Stewart.
So there we go. We got that one out the way. Moving on to number 18, we got the Seattle Seahawks. They picked Gray Zabel.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep Gray Zabel. It seems like every pick I'm getting, we're keeping the same. But that's just the odd, or evens. I can't do math either, apparently.
All good.
Gray Zabel is going to stay with the Seahawks. We considered rising him up the board a little bit. He has been a great interior piece for that line for the Seahawks. Very rock-solid guard. Great athlete. Great against the run. Great against the pass. Not much more you can ask for from a player who was a mid-first-round guy. Exactly the type of player that you want out of a mid-first-round pick.
Like you said, I think there's arguments, and we definitely considered it, put him even higher than what he was drafted at. He has been an absolute stud in the league so far. It's not really much else to say about it. He's done exactly what you want him to do, exactly what you're asking him to do, so we have him staying here at 18.
And the best part about an offensive lineman is when you do not hear his name at all. And I'll be honest with you, you watch some Seahawks games, you don't hear his name at all because he's just shutting down whoever he's playing
his
against.
Job, for sure.
Yeah.
At 19, we have the Bucks. They chose Emeka Egbuka, possibly the steal of the entire draft. He obviously went number 2 in our redraft. So we're giving them Will Johnson. I was such a big Will Johnson guy throughout the process.
Another steal.
Another guy that fell in the draft due to an injury that GMs and executives thought were too major to take a potential. What am I trying to say?
Take a risk on.
Take a risk on. Thank you.
Like a Jahad Campbell.
Yes, and that has completely backfired on all 31 other teams. Will Johnson has been amazing this season. He has looked like a true shutdown corner, and I'm excited to see where his career goes because I think this is only the beginning for him, obviously.
For sure. Moving on to number 20, it's the Denver Broncos. They took Jahdae Barron, who I'm not even saying was a bad player.
He's solid.
We're gonna switch the pick up a little bit, give some jolt into that offense. We're gonna give them Quinshawn Judkins. He has been a baller, a major bright spot for the Cleveland Browns offense, who isn't full of very many bright spots. But Quinshawn kind of had a little bit of a sluggish start to the career with the contract dispute, some legal issues that he had.
Yeah.
But man, can that dude play football?
He can run.
And at that point, you got to take the guy that's going to win you football games. And I think with as good of a run game as they have with J.K. Dobbins currently, they have R.J. Harvey. You put Quinshawn in there, I bet you it's twice as good as it is.
Like you said, Jahdae's not a bad pick. Very good pick. Quinshawn could possibly be a game changer on that offense, though, especially when your defense is already considered the best defense in the league. Why not balance it out more by putting that explosiveness on the offense? And that's what we do here with Quinshawn. At 21, we have the Steelers. Their original pick was Derek Harmon. We're keeping it. Derek Harmon has been an absolute rock in that interior defensive line. He has been amazing. There's not really much else to say. Like, he's done everything you've asked him for. He's living up to the expectations of a first-round pick, and he's shown a lot of great flashes that you could build a defensive line around him. So we're keeping him at 21.
Yeah, he's been great against the run, solid enough against the pass. That was always the thing coming out with him, is that He's a great run defender who can rush the passer, and that's exactly what he's been in the NFL so far. So that's why we decided to keep him there. Number 22, the Chargers. We had Omarion Hampton going there originally. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Omarion Hampton, really good player. Unfortunately, was injured. Had a couple really good games before the injury. Started the season out a little slower. But don't worry, Chargers fans. We're going to keep your guy in L.A. We're going to pick Oronde Gadsden, the guy that went 3 rounds after Hampton.
Something like that.
He has been a great tight end, safety blanket for Justin Herbert this year. Really pushing that offense to the next level. They have been missing that tight end for 3 or 4 years now, and Gadsden looks like he's going to be that guy that's going to fill in that role as the safety blanket for Herbert when McConkey's not open, when Quentin Johnston's not open. The offense in any team always just takes that next step once you get that tight end in that place.
That reliable safety net.
And that's what it's looking like with Gadsden. So we're going to keep him in LA and pick him here at 22. Again, 3 rounds ahead of when he actually went. Yeah. 4 rounds maybe.
Yeah, especially these past few weeks. He has really been that just safety net for Herbert. And he's played amazing. He's definitely shown all 31 other teams that they should have taken a chance on him. And he's playing great. You love to see guys that got drafted so much further than what they've been drafted earn a spot in the first round. He's been playing amazing. And again, this is only the beginning for him.
Absolutely.
At 23, we have the Packers. They take Matthew Golden. We're going to change it here to my guy, Trey Amos. I personally love Trey Amos. He has the potential to be a future corner one, an absolute shutdown corner. He has shown a lot of flashes on an awful Washington defense. Very sticky in coverage, great in zone, great in man, not afraid to tackle. Trey Amos really does not have much of a weakness. If you could just continue building on his strengths, he'll be an amazing corner in this league.
Absolutely. Balled out for the Commanders until he got injured this past game.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But nothing against Golden. They just haven't really utilized him to the point of being worthy of a first-round pick at this point.
Yeah.
Moving on, number 24, Donovan Jackson it's the Minnesota Vikings. Donovan Jackson was the original pick. With that being said, he's a really good player.
Yes,
but
he is.
There was just a little bit of a better guard still on the board who fell down a little bit. It's Tyler Booker. Tyler Booker went 12 to the Cowboys originally. We had them snagging Travis Hunter. Tyler Booker falls in a great spot here with the Vikings. Vikings pick up a great run blocker, guy that can play the pass. Really, it's just a better upgrade over than the guy that they picked.
Like you said, Donovan Jackson has been very good. He will be a great guard in this league. And like you said, again, Tyler Booker, I think, is a little bit ahead of him in all those regards. And run blocking and pass pro and agility, athleticism, I would give the slight edge to Tyler Booker there. So that's what we're going to go with here. At 25, we have the Giants for their second first-round pick. They took Jackson Dart here, but we had him going 3rd overall to them. So now let's get his best friend. Let's get Cam Scatterbo, 25th overall. Yeah, just loves eating crowns. It's unfortunate that he had his injury because he was balling. Him and Jackson Dart were absolutely balling, carrying that team on their shoulders. Even though he does play for a rival, everyone has those players on their rival teams where it's like, all right, dude, I can't help but like you. That's Cam Scatterbo. I feel like for all other NFC East teams, like, how could you not like him? He's an absolute baller, just a rock with a helmet on. Aggressive runner. He's that old school runner that everyone loves to see, and he balls out. He's sneakily good in the pass game too.
Very good.
No one talks about that. Like, he is pretty good in the pass game.
Good hands.
This is a great pick at 25 for the Giants.
Yeah, you got to keep that pairing together. That seems like a pairing that's going to be together for the next 10 years.
Assuming they stay healthy.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Got to stay healthy.
Very good point. Yeah. Moving on to number 26 is the Atlanta Falcons, who traded back into the first round with this pick with the Rams. They traded back in to select James Pierce. Obviously, it seems like they made the right choice because James Pierce ended up going earlier than what we have him going than he actually did. Yes. I know I said that very weird, but
good. We're good.
You got what I was trying to say. We're going to have to change his pick because he's gone already. With that pick, we're going to have them taking Nick Eamon-Worry. Been a
baller.
Been a crazy
baller.
Crazy good player for the Seahawks. Yeah. They look like they are bringing back the Legion of Boom.
He's really good.
That team.
Eamon-Worry's good, bro.
Just speaking on the Seahawks in general, that team is great. Devon Witherspoon, Eamon-Worry, Tariq Woolen, all those guys.
It's
speed and strength.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It's just crazy to think why he even fell out in the first place, because all the mocks leading up to
he was going to
draft,
us and you guys a lot.
Had him going in the first round. We, being film evaluators, loved his film. Took him in the first round in every mock. He falls to the second or the third.
Mid-second, yeah.
Something like that, and I don't know why.
No.
Like, he has been a baller. Great pick for the Seahawks in real life. Even better pick for the Falcons here in our redraft.
100%.
Number 27, we have the Baltimore Ravens. They took Malachi Starks, and we are keeping that pick. Malachi Starks, maybe not to the level even of Eamon-Worry, but still an absolute baller. I was a huge Starks guy, and he has balled out. He has been a great parent on that defense. He's been a great contributor, and I think this would be great for them to keep.
Yeah, 100%. Him and Kyle Hamilton are an amazing duo. Having a guy like Starks on that defense and being able to be that free safety allows Kyle Hamilton to now come up into the box and play that linebacker position where they've struggled this year. I don't think they would change that if they had the chance, because you got a guy like Malachi Starks. You're going to keep that guy with your pick.
I mean, that's definitely got to be the best safety room in the league that I could always think of.
Yeah.
You have Kyle Hamilton and Malachi Starks.
The Lions are up there, I would say. They got Branson, Kirby Joseph.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a good one.
It's up there.
But the Ravens are 100% up there, if not at the top.
Yeah.
Number 28, the Detroit Lions took Tyleik Williams in the first round. Good player, solid player, has dealt with injuries throughout the year, so we're going to change his pick up a little bit. But don't worry, Lions fans, we're going to keep the guy that you picked in the next round. It's Tate Ratledge. Been an absolute stud at guard for them.
He's really good.
I mean, I don't know how very many people missed this one. Like, I wouldn't say we necessarily missed it. I liked him as a prospect. I don't think we had him as high as this, obviously.
No.
But
honestly, no one did, yeah.
A Georgia offensive lineman who has started for 4 years, but you're probably a pretty good player.
Yeah.
You have the pedigree to be able to play that position. Yeah. So, obviously, he does, because he has been a stud. They need that in the game for them. If they don't have Tate Ratledge right now, that run game is not as dominant as it has been this year, and they're going to keep that.
Yeah, he's exactly what Dan Campbell preaches, just competitiveness, tough, gritty,
bite your kneecap type of guy.
That's exactly what Tate Ratledge is. He is Detroit football.
Yes.
I think this is a great pick for the Lions.
Yeah.
29, we have my Commanders, took Josh Connolly. Look, I love Josh Connolly. He was obviously a project when we first drafted him. He still is a project a lot. He's done a lot of good things, a lot of things he needs to work on, but we're going to end up changing this pick. We're taking Jalen Walker. Boy, could we use a linebacker or a defensive chess piece right now. Jalen Walker provides both of those. You can move him around. It helps out the other defenders. You allow Luvu to just focus on what he does best, blitzing gaps, rushing the edge. And Jalen Walker could be more of that coverage guy. He could also blitz. There's nothing he can't do. He just brings a different mentality to that horrible Commanders defense. So I think taking Jalen Walker here at 29 would be perfect for the Commanders.
Absolutely. Looking back after the draft ended, we both thought him falling to 15 was too far.
Yes.
Now we get halfway through the NFL season, and he's all the way down at 29.
Yeah.
Nothing against the player.
No.
I just think the Falcons are still trying to figure out how to utilize him.
Yes.
And he is still trying to figure out how to play at the NFL level.
I'll say it's not easy coming in and doing what he's asked to do, because he's being asked to be the same player he was at Georgia, that crazy chess piece.
Yeah.
Like, that takes
especially
time
because
to
he's
learn.
not small guy, but he is a undersized player for the position that he is playing. But that speed, strength combination.
I would say athletically, he still has a lot of potential there.
Absolutely. So, I mean, obviously for you guys, you would love that on your defense right now.
Nothing against Josh Connolly, but I'd take Jalen Walker here.
Moving on to number 30, it's the Buffalo Bills. They took Maxwell Hairston. Maxwell Hairston's played in 3 games now to this point, maybe 2.5. Barely played in the first one. Regardless, we are not going to be sticking with Max Hairston. He's had a good couple games. He's caught 2 picks in 3 games. Can't really ask for much more out of that, but I think there's a guy that would benefit our team more, and that's a position of need that's bigger for us at this current point in time, and that's Xavier Watts, the safety from the Falcons. He has just been a ball hawk so far for them. I think it's at 3 or maybe 4 picks for them so far this year. Great tackler, can come down into the box, play the run, and he's also a great center fielder. Like, exactly the type of safety the Bills need right now. We thought Taylor Rapp was going to be good enough. Obviously, he's not because he's injured now and was playing horrible before the injury. It was kind of like a benching almost, and they just were like, hey, he's hurt too, by the way. And now we have Jordan Poyer starting there. I would 100%, 10 times out of 10, always take Xavier Watts over Jordan Poyer. That's just the best pick for them to make at this point.
Yeah, I was a huge Xavier Watts fan throughout the draft process, and I will say he has exceeded my expectations. He has been an absolute baller. I think him and Eamon Worry, you can put in Starks too.
The safety class is pretty good.
It's a pretty good safety class. Those 3 have been balling. I mean, Xavier Watts.
And you want to know the funny thing? I can't remember if we talked about this on one of these episodes that we did or if it was off camera. But I know we have had conversations about the safety position in general in the NFL.
Yes.
There aren't really very many elite safeties current day in the NFL.
No.
But this crop of talent that came out in this class
could very well change that.
Very well could be all 3 in the top 10 of the top safeties of the league.
Yeah. I mean, just so much potential with Xavier Watts, an athletic freak. Reads the game well. Not afraid to make a hit. Great in coverage. There's really nothing much else to say about him. Like, this would be a great pick for Buffalo. At 31, we have the Eagles. They traded up to take Jahad Campbell. He's gone now. We are taking Noel Williams. Noel Williams has been shut down at times throughout this season. A very good corner for the Chiefs. Again, Howie Roseman, somehow, even in redraft mock drafts, he somehow ends up a winner, and it's annoying. I hate Howie Roseman, but we have him taking Noel Williams.
We had to play the Howie Roseman role.
Yeah.
We had to get the best player available, and in a position of need.
It's going to work out. It's going to work out.
Noel Williams was a huge fan of him. I remember the video where we did our hidden gems for this upcoming draft.
Yeah, you were.
He was my guy.
Yeah.
Noel Williams was a dog in college,
Yeah.
and it is translated into the NFL. Eagles get a steal here in Noel Williams, even though the Chiefs currently have that steal, which is great for me. But
it's just fun to be fans of our teams.
Yeah. And then to close things out, obviously we got to bring up the Chiefs. They're at 32. They traded down 1 spot with the Eagles. They took Josh Simmons. We're going to keep that pick with Josh Simmons. He has been a great left tackle for them. Great athlete, can pass block, can run block. He's been having I know he's been out the past couple games, and I don't think it's because of injury. I think it was because of personal issues.
Yes, and that's all I know.
Yeah,
about
but
that.
besides him missing those 2 games, has been exactly what the Chiefs have needed. They needed that left tackle after losing. Why am I blanking on who they lost?
Who are you talking about?
The left tackle that they got rid of.
Oh,
We're gonna look like we don't know any ball. Orlando Brown?
No, he was already with the Bengals for a couple seasons now. Why are we blanking? It's not the one that went to the Bears, was it?
That's
No.
Tooney.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, we look like we know no ball. But obviously,
We can edit this. It's fine.
everybody knew that the Chiefs needed a tackle coming into the draft. They had Jawan Taylor on the right side. I know that one at least.
Yeah.
Who did they lose on the left hand side?
Don't ask me. I'm blanking. It's been a long day. It's PM football.
Trent Brown.
Was it? No.
Did I say Trent Brown twice?
No.
I said Orlando Brown.
You
I
said
think it was
Orlando
Trent Brown.
I don't think it was. I'll be honest.
All right, Chiefs fans, I don't like you guys, so I don't care.
Yeah, you should know more than me.
I don't care. Guess what?
played him last
I don't care. You got the guy. You're gonna keep the guy that you got. You're welcome.
No,
I don't
an
care.
attitude.
I don't
You have
care
an
who it
attitude.
was.
Let's be nice.
You know what? I don't
Let's
care.
be nice to the fans.
I
that
don't
have been
care.
watching us.
I don't care who it
You don't
was.
need to be salty. You beat them.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. We suck again.
You don't suck.
Yes, we do.
You just dropped a game. You don't suck. You guys are a good team. You guys are a great team.
Don't gaslight me right now.
I'm not. I've been saying this is even what the video is about. I've been saying you guys are a great team.
All right, yeah, end scene. This is the end of the mock draft.
We know how the season's gonna end.
Transition right
Go,
now.
go. Thank you for watching.
No.
Oh.
Continue what you were going to say. I was saying transition to the argument that we're about to have.
Oh no, you guys are a great team. We just know how the season's gonna end. That's all. But you guys are a great team. You guys have been a great team.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. It's one game. It's one game. Would you like to go on a rant? Either way, this concludes our first round of the redraft.
The 2025 NFL draft.
Yeah, but before we really close this out, would you like to vent about your Bills losing to the Dolphins?
Yes, I would actually.
Please do so, because we could use the.
Since we're not doing an NFL picks video this week,
Yeah.
we're filming this video on Monday. So
Yeah.
the Packers and Eagles game is going on as we are
Right
speaking.
now,
So we couldn't really make the picks for next week. So you're going to be stuck with this redraft video. But since we don't have that video going out, I am going to give my Buffalo Bills rant
Please
right
do.
now.
Please do.
We
Just quickly, if all you cared about was the redraft, it ends here. So thank you for watching. Please continue.
We are a pathetic franchise.
No, you're not.
We fall for the same thing every year. I've gone on this rant twice already since the show has started. Like, I don't know how stupid I am, how stupid Bills fans are.
You're a fan.
No, but it's just like, to a certain point, how am I just like psychotic?
Yes, well, yes, because I've been telling you that. I've been telling you you're delusional. We know how the season's going to end, but I don't think it's to the degree of you guys are a bad team, because you're not a bad team. You guys are a great team. You guys are still going to go to the playoffs. You're still going to win, at the bare minimum, your wild card game.
I don't know.
Yes, I'm guaranteed.
I don't know if we
Guaranteed.
make the playoffs.
You're only saying that because it was a bad loss. Yes, it was a bad loss. Are you probably losing this week to the Bucks? You have a chance to win, but I would say you would lose this week to the Bucks. But you guys are still making the playoffs. You're still going to at least the divisional round. You still have an elite quarterback, even though he played bad. He's not exactly looking as good as he was last year. Still an elite quarterback. Still a very, very good running back. I know he fumbled last game. Still a very good running back.
What else? What else? Please tell me what else.
But that's it.
Yes.
But that's it.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been saying all offseason, all year. And you didn't want to listen to me.
What did I just open this up with? There's no time for you to just be like, what was I telling you? I'm admitting that I knew that the whole time.
No, you didn't.
But I'm
know that the whole
trying
time. You
to be.
refused
You
to
literally
acknowledge it.
started with, you're a fan.
You are a fan, but I'm saying you're doing the fan thing.
Exactly.
What do all fans do?
Exactly. I knew it the whole time. It was back here. Right in this little spot right here. I knew. I know you probably didn't hear a word I just said because I wasn't talking to the microphone. There's a spot right here in my brain. I knew the entire time in the back of my head that this season was going to end exactly like it always ends.
You knew in the back of your head that I was right.
Yes. There's a whole reason
all I need.
for why that. The only reason that we do this is because I'm a fan of the Bills and that we can have content to be able to yell at each other when it turns to times of bad things happening.
But look, you know what's gonna be the craziest part, and you may, whether you admit it or not, this will happen. You guys will go on a win streak. You guys will be a pretty good team this year, and your mind is gonna change.
Nope.
Yes, because
Nope.
you said the same thing last year
today-
against the Texans.
today,
you did the
November 10th.
exact same thing against the Texans last year.
Today,
You
November 10th, I do not care about any of the regular season games that the Buffalo
That's a
Bills
lie.
play this year.
That's a lie.
We can win them. I won't care. We can lose them. That sucks, but cool. The draft is fun now. Yeah, if we win these games, they mean nothing. Wait until the playoffs, and then that's when the games will start to matter. I really do not care how these last regular seasons games go. If that offense showed up against the Dolphins, we will not win a game for the rest of the season.
Look.
It is the worst offensive performance I've ever seen, and that is dating back to when Tyrod Taylor was playing quarterback for us. We don't have a single receiver on our team that can get open unless it's Khalil Shakir catching a ball behind the line of scrimmage. And if you're covered behind the line of scrimmage, then there's 100% something wrong with you. So at least we can throw to a guy that's not covered by anybody but air.
Yeah.
And the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
The line of scrimmage is doing a better job covering him. Because that's as close as the defender is. Anyways.
Keep going.
Our offense is so bad and pitiful. We don't have a receiver that can get open. And I know you can blame it so much on the receivers, but all of the blame has to go to Joe Brady. Bad.
I would say the GM mostly.
Well, let me start with Joe Brady.
This is you. Yeah,
Joe Brady, yes. Could he have used some help from Brandon Beane? Sure. And gotten some players at the deadline? 100%. Or the draft.
Agency.
100%. Yeah. A lot of blame goes to Beane.
Yes.
But when you're the offensive coordinator and you know, hey, these are the guys that we're going to have, wouldn't it be kind of smart to maybe design some plays that work for those types of players?
You would think.
Instead of just trying to run that stupid offense that you try to run with every player you have. Here's the thing. Everyone's going to want to say, like, oh, well, you guys would be playing pretty good if you had Diggs right now. No. It'd be the same exact thing because the offense would be the exact same thing. The only difference is it'd be Stephon Diggs running the routes that Keon Coleman is running right now. There's no difference. No difference whatsoever.
I thought Keon was supposed to be the Gabe Davis replacement.
Yeah. The only problem is we don't have a Gabe Davis replacement or a Stephon Diggs replacement. So it's either Shakir being Cole Beasley or, like, we don't have anybody else. It's Keon Coleman. You know who was playing snaps last game?
Who?
Curtis Samuel.
I love Curtis. I don't love Curtis Samuel.
Don't.
I have fond memories of Curtis Samuel.
Dalton Kincaid got hurt. Like, we're just to the point of the season where we're in the dark. And the sad thing is the defense is actually starting to play some good football. And it's just never can coincide with each other of the offense and the defense playing good at the same time. It can just never happen. McDermott finally takes over calling plays on defense, and the defense starts to play good. In turn, now that the defense is playing good, our offense has to be the worst in the league. When our offense starts to play good, we have the worst defense in the league.
Just not complimentary football coming out of Buffalo.
Complete opposite of what complimentary football is. And yes, I agree with you 100%. Brandon Beane deserves about 50 to 60% of the blame. Yeah. He has done a terrible job bringing talent into Buffalo. Is he going to get credited for the Deion Walker pick? Sure. That dude should have been a first-round pick. A lot of people miss that. But like we talked about during the video we just had, he's a 6'7" defensive tackle with back problems. Back problems are the one excuse.
It kind of seems like a ticking time bomb. And I hope it's not. You don't wish injury on anyone. But 6'7" had back problems in college. Typically, those things do
come back to bite you.
And to come back, hopefully not in this case, but it is a thing. We got to at least acknowledge it is a thing.
But the only point I'm trying to make is he'll get credit for this year's draft because he found that hidden gem in the 4th round like he does every year. But the only problem is he's missing on our 1st-round pick, our 2nd-round pick, our 3rd-round pick. Those are the picks that change your franchise and keep it moving forward. We have missed
like Ron Rivera.
We have missed on our 1st-round picks in the past 3 years at this point. We took Hairston this year. Maybe he turns out into a good player. It's been 3 games. We didn't have a 1st-round pick that year before. We traded back to 33. Took Keon Coleman, who was basically our 1st-round pick that year. Has been one of the worst receivers in football. Can't separate, can't run, doesn't finish routes. Terrible football player. Should be cut, should be benched. Shouldn't be on a football field. And then we took Kincaid, who has played 50% of the games that he could have played so far. We just have not hit. And then 2nd-round picks, even worse. We just can't hit on anybody right now.
My God.
We aren't. Our 3rd-round pick just tore his PCL and MCL. Landon Jackson out for the year. Our 2nd-round pick this year, I can't even remember his name now. Sanders, TJ Sanders.
Yes, I liked him.
He got hurt in the 3rd game of the season. Hasn't played since. So combined, out of our top 3 picks this year in each of those rounds. Maxwell Harrison, 2 games. TJ Sanders, 2 games. Landon Jackson has been inactive every week but this week and tore his PCL and MCL in this game. So that's 5 games between 3 players through 9 weeks.
Yeah.
How are you going to win football games with that?
We're twins for real. Because you have Josh Allen. You at least have your starting quarterback, and you have...
Josh is leaving, and I'm leaving with him.
That's so insane to me, though.
If Josh Allen leaves this offseason, I'm leaving with him.
And are you serious when you say that?
Yeah, he's not going to leave, but if he does...
No, that's not something. Hypothetically.
I'm leaving.
If Josh... And we're not saying we think this will happen. We're not saying this will happen. We're just saying, hypothetically, if Josh Allen requests a trade from the Bills this offseason, are you leaving the Bills to go wherever Josh Allen goes?
Yep.
That's insane to me. I'm sorry, but that's just insane to me. And I know I don't exactly have the equivalent because my Messiah is only a second-year guy who's only played 3 or 4 games this year. But I love Jaden with all my heart. I know that sounds weird, but like he's been my only hope in my 24 years of existence. If he were to leave my team, I would wish him all the best in the world.
Let me at least put it this way.
I could not leave my poverty team for whatever reason.
All right, I'm going to close this out on this question for you.
Sure.
Do you have a couple favorite players on your team?
Yes, I do.
At least defensively, offensively, you got a couple.
Yeah.
You got a couple favorite guys,
yeah,
right?
I got
Josh
dudes.
Allen is the only player on the Bills right now that I can 100% say that I like.
James Cook. You don't care about James Cook?
He's good.
He's great. He's a great back.
He cried about a contract for a year and a half.
That's just politics. That's the politics.
All right,
That's
I
the
lied.
business of it.
Josh Allen and Deion Dawkins. I will dearly miss Deion Dawkins if I have to leave the Bills. But
But it's
Josh,
not even about the
defense, I could
players.
not care anything about those players on that
But
defense.
it's not even the players because eventually those players will leave. It's about everything else.
Yeah, and I can start to like new players.
But it's not even about forget the players. It's about the fandom.
What has this team done for me? To be
And I
honest with
agree.
you,
Look,
what has it done for
Oh,
me?
don't trust me. I can
No,
go
you
on a
trust
rant.
me.
You trust
No.
me. Yeah, we should end this. We should end this thing.
I kind of forgot that was on. I feel like we were just talking
If
to each
somehow, some way, you are watching this, thank you. You deserve something nice.
other. You deserve
a gift.
a medal.
You deserve a medal. You deserve a beer. You deserve a trophy. You deserve a lot of things because I can't imagine listening to us for that long.
By the way, live update: Eagles, Packers, 0-0 with 2 minutes till halftime.
Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, comments, literally anything at this point about our draft picks. About do you agree that the Bills aren't good? Should JJ leave the Bills if Josh Allen leaves? Who has had the worst history? At least in the 21st century, I guess is what we're basing it off of. Did we take this too far? Should we leave our teams? Should we stay loyal to our teams?
Should we make this just a podcast?
Why are we idiots and following our teams? Comment anything. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at PM Football Podcast. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
See ya.